Have you ever scrolled through and been like, there is hardly any visual novel games that's interesting nowadays? Well, you're not the only one. But luckily for you, you don't have to look any further as I have something that might just be what you were looking for. We have had visual novel games where we felt like we were just going through the motions and watching everything as a spectator, never able to truly immerse ourselves within the game. Now, what I'm gonna recommend is something unique in and of itself. It is something that is hardly being given much attention or recognition. We have had stories where we either follow a single character or multiple characters throughout the whole game, but hardly have we ever followed dual characters. Not saying that it doesn't happen, but it is not something that you see as often as the others. More often than not, we usually get stories based on a school setting. Hardly do we ever get any in an open world setting, especially in a world where you get to go on adventures. So, I bring you just that. A world where the main theme is an adventure. The world is called Arkhe. Now, what is Arkhe and how does it equate to what I just said? Well, Arkhe is a visual novel adventure game. It offers a unique story that immerses the player in a world controlled by the numerals. Now, as you can see from the fact that the term numeral comes up, yes, it is basically some number type power world. That said, in this world, the numerals wield a unique power called equations. It basically allows them to create or change the nature of things. An OP power indeed. Now that we got that stuff out of the way, let's get on to the introduction of the world itself. So, what are numerals? Numerals are powerful ancient beings, also known as Arkhe. Yep, the name of the game is also called Arkhe, just so you know. That should give you a big hint on the main big boss of the story. Or should I say, the main big bosses. As there are 9 numerals in this world, and they are known as the All-Powerful, termed as the essence of creation itself. Using their power, woven in equations, they divided the world between them and created different races. The races they governed themselves, and, as expected, when so many interests intersect, a friction is bound to be created. Over time, a struggle for supremacy sparked an enduring conflict that still rages on 2000 years later. And in here, 2000 years later, is where the story takes place. In this story, the warrior, Derg, and the sorceress, Agatha, their introductions will be given a little bit later, go on their first joint mission. And this is where you, the spectator, will become the player. As you step into the roles of whichever character requires your guidance, you help them unravel mysteries, explore the world, meet new races, learn new things, all the while experiencing the story from dual perspectives. Speaking of meeting new races, why not introduce them as well while I'm at it? But first things first, let's introduce the main characters, shall we? Starting off, we have Derg. He is a member of the elite unit. He is reserved and stoic, and he likes working alone. But to him, duty always comes first. Here's a little more information on him. He was born in poverty. He survived alone after losing his parents. At age 15, he joined the army, and through brutal warfare, he gained experience and joined the elite unit, becoming an exceptional soldier. Next, we have Agatha. She is a self-taught sorceress and a budding scientist with a knack for geography. She is emotional and compassionate. Here's a little more information on her. She grew up in a large family in Leonard City, but tragically lost her entire family. Now, what happened and how did she lose them? Well, that is for you to find out. For the next character, we have Mark. He belongs to the fairy race. Yes, it's with the F-A, fairy, not an F-U, furry. He rapidly rose through the ranks thanks to his natural strength and abilities, and is a brave soldier of the elite unit. He is cheerful and sociable. He is also known for his virtuoso flute playing. And a little more information on him: he is a master metal worker and a jeweler. Having inherited the craft from his father, he possesses an expertise in jewelry making. Also, he dreams of ensuring his family's safety and happiness, fighting to the last for their sake. Next, we have Arkhe. It is a race of human-like beings with ears and tails, known for their nature to be in complete servitude. They fear disobedience and will seek punishment or forgiveness. A little more information on them: like Duel, are used for physical work. They lack a sense of self-worth and don't have names. A pitiful race indeed. As for the next character, we have 1. He is a born leader, with the human race equation token on his chest. Confident and influential, he thrives on recognition, dislikes opposition, and excels at leading. And a little more information on him: he is not tyrannical. He keeps promises, and he also protects his land with an elite force of 400 soldiers that follow him willingly. Next character we have is Linda. She is an elite soldier. She joined the service driven by a personal goal, one she doesn't share. She is direct and doesn't care about pleasing others. Some like her honesty, others find it intimidating. So, with the introductions out of the way, let's get on with the game. Or at least I would like to, that is. But speaking of it, for now though, the game, Arkhe, only has the demo version available on Steam. With that being said, I recommend you guys checking it out, giving it a try and sending your feedback to the developers. Who knows, your feedback just might be what they need to release a game of epic proportions. That may be enough to shake the visual novel community in and of itself, just like Doki Doki Literature Club did back then. Remember? Well, with that being said, give it a go and check me out, yo!